Hey, what up? What up? What's going on, Brittany?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh man.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? How we feeling today?
How we feeling today?
How we feeling?
Another day in paradise. That's what we feeling.
Of course.
That's what we feeling. Another day in paradise. So, welcome everybody to another edition of Fast Food Talks.
Hello.
So, thank y'all. I know some of y'all catch the live. Some as I'm learning, and go back and catch the live later. So that's okay too. So, if you're a returning viewer, you kind of catching us up later, just leave a comment, say hi. So we're gonna be so kind of before we start, like a little bit about the channel. If you're not sure, we Fast Food Diaries. We talk about real stories, real people,
all things fast food.
Okay.
All things fast food, every aspect that comes along.
Like the good, bad, and the ugly.
All three. It has been one hell of a ride.
That's what I'm talking about, though. That's fast food for you,
right?
Fast
food, yeah.
So, well, I also too want to kind of let y'all know before we get started. The book itself will be out this summer, so keep we in the final processes right now. Mm-hmm. It'll be really soon, so we're looking out for it. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. If y'all watch some of the reactions to the reenactments, coming right out of the book. Now we trying to protect the innocent and the guilty, so we did our very best, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's the point of it is, a lot of stories that people don't get to speak on or things that happen, right?
Yeah, let it relinquish. Like you don't get to react the way you want to in some of those stories. So this book and this setting allows you to like just give you a raw, true feelings about how things are running in fast food when you normally have to just suck it up because at the end of the day, it's your job and you gotta do it the corporate way.
Right. Corporate way. Not the franchise.
No. Oh no, you don't. Yeah.
Well, we love our franchisees out there.
Hey.
Oh man, yeah, we hope y'all the most success, and without y'all, I don't know where the stocks and Tylenol would be right now.
I'm telling you.
If you get it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we want to do this too. Take some time out today. We're going to be talking about, as you can tell the title, you clicked on it, you know what it is. Talking about child labor. Y'all anywhere near a device, y'all heard about some craziness we're gonna get into.
Real craziness
about having children working. So we're gonna kind of go into some of those stories and kind of go into that a little bit today. But at the end of the day, like you said, you said do it the corporate way. You got rules and so
it's everything.
So there's exceptions to the rules. So we're gonna kind of
those two.
There's
some loopholes, of course, always.
Some
loopholes to everything.
Loopholes,
you do it this way, you won't get caught this way,
Man,
yeah.
it's something.
Shortcuts. Right? We as Americans always trying to get the shortcut route. We want to get there faster.
Trying to get there quicker.
We don't want to do it. We got to do 10 years. No, I'm cut 5. I ain't do a 10-year plan. I want a 5-year plan. Give me the short one.
Yeah.
Give me the short one.
I need to be a millionaire tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Right? Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Or I need to hire some people, but I can't afford to hire people at a regular price. So I'm gonna get a little Johnny and Josephine.
Josephine. That's his favorite name. He always goes to Josephine. I don't know who Josephine is in his life.
Nobody. I don't know. That's a name.
He called that name every episode.
Yeah. Man, because she be working. She was working with the robots last time, remember?
I saw it back there.
You seen her, you stopped by the south the other day? She had to scrub the parking lot.
Oh, my God. They had Josephine working out there. They do. They have them working.
Man, so we're going to talk about all that. So a little bit about ourselves, too. Brittany, I'm gonna let you start. Kind of give a
Okay.
background because what makes you the person to write this kind of book or talk
Okay,
about this,
okay.
right?
Oh, me, yeah, I've been with fast food for quite a while. 15 years plus. I really have lost count. I know at least 15 I've been, but fast food industry since I was 16. And yeah, about 15 years.
Okay.
Or that 15. Been in management for at least 10 of those. Yeah, about 10 of those. I became management in college. In college, I was at UNT when I became an official team leader. I've worked my way up from team leader sponsored, which is different than team leader because team leader sponsored trained the other team leaders.
Got it.
So I stood out there. I was like, okay, maybe I am cut off for this. Let me keep on, see where I can go. So now I'm an assistant manager. So the next step from that is REM, DM, all that good things. But I've been with Jack 15 years. I think total 15 years, and been manager for 10 of that. And I'm trained. I train. I do food order, the truck order, all that good stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty. If you anything about fast food, I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
So you got some tips for the trade to share too.
Oh
so
yeah.
We're gonna definitely be getting into some of those lives too, some do's and don'ts, some tips on how to deal with certain stuff too, right? So myself, yeah, I've been in fast food now since wait a minute, 10. Overall, off and on, I would say probably about 30 years.
Really? Because you got variety. You've been in multiple places.
Man,
Yeah. You've been in a few places, man.
It's a point. It's a point. I could probably name the ones that I haven't worked at.
Really?
Easier.
Wow.
Yeah. See, when you gotta remember is when, and I talk about this too. We talk about in one of our other lives about who is able to work at fast food place, right? Sometimes that's all you can get.
True.
Right.
Put on your background. That's
Put
true.
in your background about what's going on.
Yeah.
Or it may be just that's what's hiring. And I spent a lot of years doing like 2 jobs a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I work at one fast food in the morning.
Another one.
No.
Oh man.
I was working for one time. I was working for 2 franchises at the same time. I get off at one, and when I would get scheduled to get off at 5, and I'd have to be at the other one at 5, and I would have to get one of them to understand the travel in between. So yeah, I've been there for a while. In management for a minute now.
Okay.
So I'm a trainer, So those that know me, y'all know, hey, if you're around me, you're gonna get trained on something. And I'm not gonna tell you nothing that I don't know, which means that I'm gonna go and look it up first before I bring it to you. So yeah. So fast food, yeah, and I think if you go back and look at one of the reenactments, I think one of them, if you figure out if you know me, you know which one of those reenactments was about me. But I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you figure it out. Leave a comment on which one of them you thought it was that was like on my own personal. Like, yeah, they were talking about him right there. So just to let you know, now this ain't to challenge y'all, but this is what I say. Okay.
Okay.
I say that at the current place that I'm at, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the fastest person.
Yeah.
I say that nobody is faster than I am, y'all. I'm just telling y'all that. Now, it's not me bragging. Nobody's faster than I am. Nobody. Like, literally, I would, okay. Now, this is the only person that's as fast as I am. And I would say that when I wasn't working with you.
Oh yeah, and then people knew me before. I'm like, hi, I don't know who this. I went to a couple of meetings and they're like, oh, you're Brittany. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, and before we go into this, I'm gonna lay this one point too. If somebody is willing to speak your name when you're not around and they're in the places with important people, that's somebody who has your back. Like they don't get nothing out of it,
Yeah.
but it's an important something that you can, that's for you. They're around the right people and they're bringing your name up. That's who you deal with. So, just
In
kind of
life.
think about that too, just in life.
And life general of it, yeah. If someone speaks well of you when you're not around, that's why I want you to speak of my character when I'm not around. Not so when I'm there, I can hear you. I would love to, when I'm not around. No, this dude is good. This dude is solid. You can't get to find a better person. Then that speaks volumes to me when I'm going into a room where we're not even together in the same place or same. And I'm like, oh yeah, Brittany, she said so. He said so. So I'm like, wow, that speaks volumes to me of my character when I'm not around. Not so much when I'm in your face. That's true. That's true. That speaks volumes. It really is. That's a good person.
I mean, I just had to share that because, at the end of the day, we talking about fast food and we talking about, we cross paths with so many different people.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna share this. We're gonna get into this child labor, but I want to share one thing which I think is that's as important.
Mm-hmm.
I recently had a win. Okay. And it was a spectacular win.
Oh.
Right? I'm just sharing something with you, right? I don't know if you know, but I had a real good win.
Good.
Okay. A peer was in a whole nother city.
Okay.
And heard about my win.
Mm-hmm.
This peer ran out into some important, really high level people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was blurting it out.
Singing your praises.
So shout out. You know who you are.
Singing your praises.
We're gonna protect the innocent and the guilty. But yeah, thank you. So I tell you thank you. I already tell you thank you, but I'm gonna tell you thank you. So so let's get into this. Child labor. Let's do this here.
What's the definition? Yeah, let's define it first. What's child labor?
Child labor, okay. All right. Let's see if I can pull this up on the big screen here. All right. So this is according to y'all can go look this up for yourself. You can see right here.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Department of Labor, Wage and Hour Division. Right now, disclaimer: I'm not no lawyer. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm just reading. I'm hearing the same thing y'all reading too. So, all right. So, the federal child labor provisions. Okay. All right. It says the federal child labor provisions, also known as the child labor laws, are authorized by the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. These provisions were enacted to ensure that when young people work, the work is safe and does not jeopardize their health, well-being, or educational opportunities. By knowing, understanding, and complying with these provisions, employers, parents, and teachers can help working teams enjoy those safe, positive, early work experiences that can be so important to their development. Okay. So that's what it actually is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back over here. All right. So based on that, it's telling me that they're wanting the teens to learn how to work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what do you? So okay, so so this is the opposite. So why would they want to do that? Why would they want your first job to be that great? What do you think?
They want it to be a positive experience, so you'll want to continue to do it. Like they don't want you to go into somewhere where you feel unsafe or unheard or like you're not appreciated. They want you to have that first experience with like I'm doing something good for myself. I'm providing for myself. To have a positive experience with the job, because if you have a negative experience with anything, more than likely you won't return. So you won't go back.
Wait, so you okay? I'm gonna ask you this. Okay. But when you saying that, you telling me that you think that the reason they passed this is so the children the teenagers will continue to work. Think that's why they made it safe.
Yeah, I think but they wanted to make them safe, so they wanted to make it a safe environment, so they'll continue once come and go. But if they go somewhere where it's not safe or compliable, they're not going to continue to go there.
But
I don't think.
ain't everybody supposed to have the same safe?
Sure,
Why do you
sure.
have to be different for?
Because kids' mindsets are a little bit different than adults. They don't have they don't at their age they're working for a leisure really, not for a need
What
so
about
much.
the ones that need?
Yeah. Oh, true. True that
Okay.
too. True that too. But in this assistance here, they're trying to like, hey, they want the kids to be safe. It says it mentions education, everything. They're like, hey, you want them to introduce them into the workforce, but don't cut off their educational needs. Don't all their other basic needs as well. Besides just I'm finna go here and make whatever job there is, agricultural, whatever it may be. But they're like, hey, make it fair for them so they can still have other opportunities to go out and be good in the workforce.
Okay. Well, I think too. Another thing that it'll help is
Mm-hmm.
people that have a bad experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
They end up taking it out on other people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. And then you
True
said the
that.
mindset. I think too that they ain't developed as far as even physically.
True.
I mean, I
That's true.
think that's
They're still growing. They're still maturing.
uh.
That's fact.
So we got that's the basic of it. It's
Okay.
what so let's go. We're gonna go over the exemptions. Okay.
Oh,
So there are some exemptions.
always some loopholes.
Okay. Getting a little better at this, y'all. Don't laugh at me yet. Okay. Um, children 16 and 17 years of age employed by their parents in occupations other than those declared hazardous. So I guess if it's not a hazardous, like a hazmat thing,
Mm-hmm.
if they're employed by their parents,
Okay.
that's one.
That's one.
Okay. If they got children under 16 years of age employed by their parents in occupations other than manufacturing or mining or occupations declared hazardous by the Secretary of Labor. So under 16, so 16 and 17, they can work with their parents.
Okay.
Okay, as long as it's not hazardous. Under 16, they can still work with their parents as long as it's not manufacturing or mining. So if their parent is, I don't know, painting sculptures or something,
they can't do that.
No, they can.
They can't do that because it's not safe. Okay.
No, because it's not manufacturing or mining.
Oh, they're not in the cave somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, like
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, just a second. All right. So, all right, let's pull this back up here. All right. So, the next one is if they're employed as actors or performers in motion pictures, theatrical, radio, or television productions.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty safe. They're on behind the camera. Yeah, nothing very hazardous about that. Shouldn't be.
Because you got to think about movies. They got children actors
all the time. All commercials, all that stuff. Yeah,
TV. So that makes sense. Somebody has to portray. Somebody got to portray
the kid.
Right?
Yeah, it can't be an adult all the time.
Okay. Children engaged in the delivery of newspapers to the consumer. Okay. Now, this is what is peculiar.
Okay.
You notice the first exemptions have 16 and 17-year-olds.
Yes.
The next one is under 16, right? It can only be paid by their parents. Exemption. Mm-hmm. The ones that actors, there's no age limit on that.
Yeah, it doesn't even mention age.
The ones delivering newspaper is no age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the last one is just, I don't know where the hell they came up with this from. However, home workers engaged in the making of wreaths composed principally of naturally holly, pine, cedar, or other evergreens, including the harvesting of the evergreens.
So what's so special about the evergreen? I'm lost at that. It's just
well,
if it would have been another tree, it wouldn't be.
so you got to go. You got to go back and research what the wreaths are.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, what does that symbolize? Ah.
Oh yeah, don't give me
I'm like,
so,
oh my,
okay,
who makes wreaths for a living?
So, but once you find that out and understand, well, why is that so important?
Yeah.
For them to add that into the labor law specifically. So when you go find out,
I am now. I'm intrigued. I'm like,
where was the origin? Let me
start.
Y'all gonna be like,
what is that? That's okay.
So those are the exceptions. So what do you think about those?
Wow. Well, yeah, the newspaper, I get it. Behind the commercials, that's cool because it's pretty safe. They got. The only thing that strikes me as odd is the wreath thing. I really want to look that up. I'm like, that's a job? I know that was even a job you could do and get money for. And any kid could make it at any time, I guess, if their parents are okay it, I guess. But other than that, they all think that's pretty valid. That's pretty valid.
Okay. So they was talking about 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let's go and check out this one. I hope y'all can see that. 14 and 15-year-olds may not be employed during school hours, except for providing a work experience, a career, so like a work study program.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They can't. So this is 14, 15-year-olds cannot be employed.
When they cannot be employed,
may not be during school hours, except in some kind of career exploration thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before 7 a.m. or after 7 p.m., except basically during the summer, June 1st through Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
And extended to 9 p.m. So more than 3 hours a day on a school day, more than 8 hours a day on a non-school day, no more, there can't be more than 18 hours a week during school week, and more than 40 hours. So they can't, so 14 and 15-year-olds can work, right?
They can.
But you got to think, here it is, it's saying they cannot have overtime.
At all.
There is no overtime.
At all.
There is no overtime with that. So, yeah, so that, and I think that's why people don't, you see a lot of people say we, hire, and it's just different companies don't hire at their age because of that. Because
a lot of legalities with that.
Because what's that say that this helpful person is here trying to work, and they decide we're gonna stay and help. We see them getting busy, and they go over the time limit.
Yeah, then
you got.
And it'll add up quickly. Then you have something.
Unless they're doing Reese. Or gathering evergreen. If they ain't gathering evergreen,
they okay. They can have overtime with that.
Man, thing a piece of evergreen tree. Everybody gonna figure.
Oh
no, they're not working. They back there with the evergreen. No, yeah, yeah, it was the evergreen.
I said, what? That is weird. I really gotta look that up for real.
All right. Exemption from what school is in session. And like I said, I'm gonna read through all of this here. You can kind of see in here if you got if school is not considered to be in session, exception from the hours in paragraph 1, 3, and 5 to the left for any 14 and 15-year-old who has graduated from high school.
Yeah.
So maybe they graduated early.
Good.
Has been excused from compulsory school by the state or jurisdiction once they completed 8th grade, and has a child to support. The 14, 15-year-old has a child to support, and appropriate state officers pursuant to state law have waived school attendance requirements for this minor. Is subject to an order of a state or federal court prohibiting him or her from attending school, or has been permanently expelled from a local public school he or she would normally attend unless the youth is required by state or local law. So what that's telling me is if you got a child that's going through a whole lot of
behavioral stuff,
behavioral things, then
they can work.
Yeah, they can work. Yeah, you got at 14 and 15. You telling me? Yeah, they got a baby, they can work.
They have a child, they can work.
Or they got expelled from school, they got kicked out of school, or if they're just super smart and or they could be doing basket weaving.
Man, these jobs is not jobs. I don't know what these collecting reefs and basket weaving. Who's buying these stuff? Who's buying these?
Underwater basket weaving. Underwater basket weaving. So that's what's up. Yeah, so that's now we got the definition down, right?
Got it down pat.
So we know. So let's see if we can find examples of people actually following this here.
Second one.
Yes, here.
Second one. Oh, the third one. I mean, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Brittany.
Gotcha.
Okay. So y'all can see right here.
Yeah.
All right. Child labor laws are under attack.
Under attack. No one's following the rules, huh?
Okay, let's see what this says. This is from Economy Policy Institute. Let me see if I can find the other one here.
I'm just going to scroll down so I can read it.
All right. So, amid increasing child labor violations, lawmakers must act to strengthen the standards.
You have to.
Okay. So, according to
Department of Labor,
Department of Labor here, the child labor violations are on the rise. So you can kind of see here.
Look at that. Man, look at that percentage.
Look at that percentage here.
From 1,000 to 3,000. Jeez, it's a steady incline.
And that's crazy. Every year, right?
Every year is getting like, man, you think it would be more different like that. But
if you see this broken down too, the minors employed in violation of hazardous. Now, out of all, it's 688.
Whoa.
Still, like it's double in the last 7 years.
It has.
The overall minor violations is more than triple, almost quadruple in that time. Man. So let's go back up here and read this here. It says, according to the Department of Labor, that's what that, pretty sure that's what it means.
Yeah.
If it's not, y'all don't.
It is.
Don't
it is. It's
Department
of Labor deal. Well.
Okay. Like Department of Losers. Stop. All right. According to Department of Labor, the number of minors employed in violation of child labor laws in the fiscal year 2022 increased 37% over the previous year, 2021, and 283% over 2015. So the numbers of minors employed in violation of hazards increased. So they're looking at the percentages. We look at the numbers, right? 26% over 21, 94% since 2015, almost double. Like I said, So these numbers represent just a tiny fraction of the violation, most of which go unreported and uninvestigated, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a major leap.
All right, so let's go through. I'm gonna show you one more. Now we see what they're talking about Here, let's show you one more.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one everybody's been dealing with here.
And the highlights right now.
The Department of Labor finds more violations at McDonald's. It is what it is, you know.
Your favorite food chain. Your favorite.
So, but this is the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
So this is happening. Like this isn't not the total of it. So don't we just pull up this one report.
We're not seeing. Yeah.
At the end of the day, according to the Wage and Hour Division District Director Karen Garnett Sevilles, what she said in this release, under no circumstances should there ever be a 10-year-old child working in a fast food kitchen around hot grills, ovens, and deep fryers.
That's not safe. It's just not safe. You're asking for you're asking for injuries, and from injuries there's paperwork, from paperwork there's legalities. It's
10.
How did you even get past the interview process? The first thing I ask you is, how old are you?
But see, and this happened in what states was this?
It's few of them, 4 of them, isn't it?
They named a bunch of these states.
It's like 4.
Kentucky, Indiana,
Maryland,
and Ohio. All right around there. But then you got to look down here to see who are the. So they say McDonald's, but it's actually franchises.
Oh, franchises
of McDonald's. So,
okay.
Now, again, I ain't saying you did it. I ain't saying you didn't do it. I'm just reading the report. Now,
reading the facts. That's all we can do.
I don't even know if it's facts.
Facts, true. We're just reading the statements.
I'm just reading what I see
General
over
statement.
Here. Now, if you didn't do it, hey man, they need to quit putting y'all name out there. But if y'all had these violations, man, y'all come on, man.
10-year-olds.
So, Archways Richwood operates 27 locations in Kentucky and Ohio and allowed 242 minors between the age of 14 and 15 to work more hours than legally permitted. Now, so could that happen at 27 of the stores, right?
Yeah, it could happen.
But this is how it could happen, by letting them work in the first place. Because that's why a lot of places say, well, hey, don't hire anybody at 14, 15, because at the end of the day, if they work more hours than they're supposed to.
I get that. I get what you're saying.
So, right? So, but that's the risk that you're taking.
It is.
So,
but I don't agree. To me, 10 is way too young. 14, 15, you're kind of in a different mindset. So I think it shouldn't be that way, but sometimes kids work harder than the adults.
With the law, we just read the law. The law said,
true.
We said the corporate way.
You're right, but I'm telling you, I've worked with adults as far as younger kids, and the kids seem to be more moldable. I guess you can mold them and impression them. Hey, do this. When the old people, I ain't doing that. But my teenagers don't have no issue doing it.
But that's 16-year-olds. I'm saying is, you might have someone, and I'm speaking this from experience.
Okay.
Just back in whenever, right? The person, people know who they are, right? I've had 15-year-olds come up and ask to work.
Yeah. Get it?
And I've told them no. I've said no.
Said no. Okay.
Okay.
Your reasoning?
Flat out, because I don't want to take a chance on them. What we just seeing right here. I don't want to be the one.
You don't want to be in the headlines for something.
No, not even that. You forget the headlines. I don't even want to put somebody in an unsafe thing.
Oh yeah,
that's for me. To be honest with you, this is just for me.
I get it.
I don't want to put someone, if it would have been my own child or my own niece or my own cousin or anybody. Yeah. I don't want to put them at a danger. So they say, hey, they put these laws here for a reason. Some laws, is messed up. Like I don't know about the basket weaving thing, but hey, for some reason they need a lot of wreaths, and they said we are not cutting the wreath mafia, the evergreen.
Either here nor there with that.
The evergreen bandits decided, hey, look, we're gonna band together and we're gonna slide. I don't know.
Whatever that reason it is, it's in the law. Okay.
So, right.
It's in the law.
So then, my thing is the 14 to 50. If you know that's the law, and you know they can only work so many hours.
True, you know this.
Then you're taking a risk.
Yeah.
You're taking a risk.
It is a risk.
But at 240, how many did it say?
42 to be exact.
42.
242 minors.
I'm already on the next part over here. I'm done with these people. 242. And they fined them $143,566.
That ain't even that much for them people.
That's not.
Yeah.
So you think you got how much? So I don't know if they're weighing out if they have enough staff and they just bring them in here and I just keep working them and make the money and just pay the fine if I get caught.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the mindset.
Okay.
Because it could have just been this one company that had an oversight, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We just want to say, hey, man, that can happen. Hey, somebody in this LLC here didn't think about that, right?
Yeah.
So
let it slide, yeah.
Okay, so then you go down here to Bell Restaurant Group, which operates 4 locations in Kentucky. I ain't deep in Kentucky, man. I ain't pray about it. Because when I was, man, don't give me on story time. Because, yeah, right. Yeah. They operate 4 locations in Kentucky and is a part of Britain Cat Management. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope if you was doing this child labor stuff, you probably glad that I misspelled your name too. So mispronounced it. But it's there. Operates an additional 20 locations in Maryland, Indiana, Kentucky. They allow 39 employees to work more hours and didn't pay the workers overtime. Right? So we are seeing an increase in federal child labor violations. Okay, what are you talking about? The overtime. I'm gonna go back to the overtime.
Yeah, so at least McDonald's paid the people.
But do they?
The first one said they were working extra hours that they shouldn't have been working. But I didn't say nothing about they weren't getting paid. But the second one, they were getting paid the buku hours, but weren't even getting the money.
Where are you getting the money?
Oh no!
So and then on top of that,
see, no.
Look, with the thing with the whole thing with the part of the overtime, it's in the laws too. They ain't supposed to have overtime. So instead of paying them the overtime,
they just
cut it out.
They're trying to. They getting over on y'all.
Yeah,
and getting over.
Probably paying them under the table.
Not even, but they.
But it ain't that bad, y'all. If people don't want to cook for themselves, I mean, it ain't that bad to go out and do that. Now this person here is gonna be like, man, I don't want to work. They don't pay us.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid my worth.
All right, let's see here. Skip all that stuff here. I think that was the last stuff right here.
That's crazy, yeah. And childhood is so fleeting anyway.
Bar, this is the one right here. I tell you, skip this part right here, right?
Oh, another one?
Nice, yeah. So this is bar. They allow 24. So let's go back up here. So it says 300 minors, including 2 10-year-olds, were not paid. So there was an overall investigation by the Department of Labor. So all this came up in there. Mm-hmm. Includes 3 different franchisees, total of 62 locations, 305 workers total, working under more hours than they were permitted, and the bar food is in Kentucky and Indiana they employed 2 children and staffed 24 minors under the age of 16. So the 10-year-old employees were not paid. Sometimes work as late. Wait, remember you want
the 10-year-old employees were not paid and sometimes worked as late as 2 a.m. A 10-year-old, not paid, 2 a.m. Crazy. They prepared and distributed food, worked the drive-through, so they operated the register, and one of the children operated the deep fryer. So they're doing the drive-through, getting the food together, putting the fries, the burgers, all that good stuff in there, and dropping the food in the grease. A 10-year-old.
Yeah,
and all this, staying till 2 a.m. and not getting paid is ridiculous. Where are the parents at this point?
It is a parent.
That's a parent issue there. There's no way my child will be working at 10 years old.
It is apparent that the parents was probably working there.
And they allow their kids to do that.
Yeah. They didn't even pay them. So what you gonna do? You pull up to the drive-thru.
Man, I see a baby.
The whole baby up there.
Trying to hand me the food. Barely open the window.
Hello. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Please don't yell at me. You really,
I know.
You start being in school? Third grade. Well, how old is he when you're 10?
Yeah.
How old are you 10?
I think you're at third, fourth grade. You're still elementary. You're elementary.
There ain't no way.
You're elementary. You're getting ready to go to junior high. You're not junior high yet. You're getting ready to go to junior high.
There ain't no way that I would have been able to be in there working.
Till 2 a.m.
Working the fryer until 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I know you got school tomorrow too.
Okay. Hey, drop the Funyuns. Drop the Funyuns. Come on. Oh, we need 18 of those burritos.
Yeah, drop the Fritas. Drop the Fritas. I get it all down. You must salt them. Come on, but the seasoning.
I need to pick it up. Yeah. You just serve us some safe food. What's going on?
Oh, I feel sorry for them 2 10-year-old babies having to work at 2 a.m.
That mug said 10
years old.
And did not get paid. How do you work them like that and don't pay them?
Don't give them nothing. Not even a little bit.
Listen, y'all is going to eat what we say you're going to eat. That's what you're going to eat. Okay?
That's your reward for working fryer.
Yeah.
Handing food out, dealing with money.
Yeah.
You get the deal.
Come on, you cross train. No, it's so look. It's
that's wild.
It's unsafe.
Very
unsafe to have a minor around some dangerous stuff. Their body ain't just developed. They can't recover as well. And one thing I strive to do now, and I've always strived as a manager, and people start asking themselves, have I made mistakes? Yeah. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say I made mistakes. I'm not going to ask questions. I made mistakes, handling stuff differently where I said it. But generally, I really try to make sure if this your first job, you working with me, you finna have the time of your life. I'm going to train you. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm not going to let nobody bully you. You're going to be right there. I'm going to make sure you learning stuff. But that's why we run into the teenagers. That's why we have the teenagers that work circles around everybody else.
Yeah.
Because
they're prepared.
But then I also had that conversation with them. Hey, you see how this your first job? Mm-hmm. Next time when you get ready to have somebody be their first job, pass this on.
Carry it on. Pass that information on.
So that's now. Do you think? What if it's a person that don't have a babysitter?
Okay, they're coming to work. They don't have a babysitter, but they bring their kids.
And their kids is 10.
They're gonna sit in the lobby. Then I don't work with me.
But what if you're shorthanded? What if you back there getting killed, and they like, mommy, can I come help? Mommy, don't break down. It's okay. I'll make the fries for you.
I would say, it's sweetie, you the offer, sweetie, but it's not risk you getting injured. Then I'm really gonna be in my feelings if my child get hurt because they trying to help me. Nah, it'll be a no for me.
Okay.
It'll be a no for me. I'm sorry.
So, what if you own the restaurant?
It's my restaurant, okay?
Because they say you can work for your parents.
You can.
But
there's a stipulations to that.
So the hazardous part, right? But
Yeah.
But it's not manufacturing or mining.
It's not.
So they can work. So me and you, if they're saying 10-year-olds was working in the family restaurant. So
yeah, it's like a restaurant. Yeah.
You serving the world's best fufu.
Okay.
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 Ain't nobody got no fufu better than you, right?
Okay.
Right? Except Uncle G's, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the only one got better one, right? Okay. But you tell me that it's okay to have the 10-year-old working in the restaurant, taking the cashier, cashing people out, interacting with the guests.
The money and the making of the food, maybe not. So maybe cleaning tables, sweeping, changing trash. Yeah, stuff like that. That's kind of self-explanatory. I don't have to really teach you how to do that part. But as far as anything behind the register, I just wouldn't feel comfortable. And if you're not trained, I don't know, my baby and I, if you ain't trained to be back here, stay out over there.
So you want them out there in the library, cleaning up the library?
Yeah, that's sweet.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I have my granddad out in West Texas. He used to Curtis Norris. I remember called his name because hey man, he was about that, right? So he used to bring us in here, and he had a barbershop. And what he would do is he would have us sweep up the little everybody's hair and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he might pay us $1, 50 cents. I mean, it's something small, but now I may not look as young as I used to and old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
we all.
but however, they want to tell you. So back then you had $1. Oh man, you is rich.
Yeah,
you were going. You talking about the 5-cent candy out there, right? So he would do is he wouldn't let us do anything strenuous at all. Like literally, we would learn how to sweep up the stuff, keep it clean. Wipe down the chairs, check out the trash, make sure all that stuff is done. Restock the sodas. He would teach us because he had his own like vending machine in there too.
Oh, he did. Okay, so yeah, all the business.
And then for the girls, my grandmother, she had a hat shop
connected to it.
Okay. And a boutique. So the girls would be down there. So just think about it. The girls would be down there at the boutique learning.
And y'all be.
And with men's boys would be down there at the barbershop.
Okay, entrepreneurship. Come
but
on.
What we were learning, but you see, they even kept us separate. The girls, y'all ain't got no reason to be down there.
Yeah.
Boys, because you had people from the neighborhood over there, let's say, because they was community people.
Yeah.
So, and then, but after that, after us sweeping up for a few minutes, he'd be like, man, y'all go out and play.
Enjoy.
Go down, walk down. Y'all walk down to the store. Me and my cousin, man, we walk down to the store. This is where you say entrepreneurship. We would go out in the backyard. We were trying to come up with our own business. So again, it's about how you introduce people to it.
That's true.
Wait, you know what our business was?
What was it? What's the name? The name of the business?
Well, we didn't have a name, but
what was the idea of it? What was the core?
We knew that every kid on the block was gonna want this ring right here.
Okay, what's it?
So what we did was, you know how people used to have rubber bands, you pull them back and you pop them. So what we would do is take a clothespin and then made it look like our own little release point gun on the thing.
You should have been in my. Oh, we have those. It's a gun. It's a rubber band gun.
We was.
Y'all should have met, man.
Well, we didn't know. We couldn't figure out how to master it.
I hated those. And on Derek days, the boys would have them. They would light us up with them things.
It was like a whole little stick, but we couldn't figure out how to get enough sticks off the trees and stuff.
They better do it. Okay, carpentry. Better make it to
we put the club back then. People used the clothespin.
Oh yeah.
So we put a clothespin on one side of it, use rubber band, and we had a little part on this part, and you can put that soap on, and the clothespin held the rubber band in there. So you had to release the clothespin, so you don't have to worry about your finger there and that.
No things hurt. He not even man. I used to hate.
So y'all, she said y'all got them.
I'm telling you, my home. I used to hate them. My brother had it. I'm like, bro, if you shoot with this gun one more time, and then they run, they shoot and then run. I'm not gonna chase you.
Oh, yeah.
They had. I remember that in my hometown. It's called Derek Days. It's like a community thing we become every. It's always in April, and they had those and those confetti eggs. I used to hate those too. That's coming in my hair. I'm coming to look cute. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm messing up the vibe, but
that's how we could. That was the point of.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I should have got that pad, man.
But
yeah, you're kids.
But look at the effect of the first really job was I was treated right. I wasn't overworked. I was paid based on what I got.
Come on.
I was given a chance to be a child, and then they didn't try to get as much as they could out of us and not pay and make it something fair. Back then, for what we was doing, $1 was fair. We could go like what we could both buy. We were good. We were good for the evening. We got no complaints.
Yeah, back then, I heard $1 went far. I'm like, now $1 can do nothing now.
Back then,
you got a minimum give me at least 5 or 10 to enjoy myself. The minimum.
$1 you could go because they had candy that was only a penny.
I remember that. Oh, when I was a kid.
They had drinks that were 5 cents.
Yeah, I have those houses back then that sold candies in their house. Like man, I miss those. I miss those.
But all that is just. You talking about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So going back to this child labor stuff, so that's why you take your time and you introduce it the right way. Not now these 2 10-year-olds.
I'm not gonna have the positive outlook on work at all.
No. And I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna get paid for this.
And I'm doing this into the grown-up hours, 2 a.m.
Yeah. So it's something that I get it. There's exceptions to it, right? Yeah. Actors. Now if they said no, they're not working the fryer. They just pretending to work the fryer. They're actors. We're doing a skit.
Okay.
Wait, really? Why they hitting the timer?
Yeah.
Why they got a headset on? They don't do that at work.
No, not in that setting. That's real grease, right? And yeah, that ain't no fake grease.
Yeah, and I'm telling you now, if you exploiting these children and they working, then you a piece of shit. That's it. That's all it is. Because at the end of the day, I want to speak from my own experience. I've said, no, nope, not today. No, we'll do it another time. Come back. And every person that came back when they turned 16 turned out to be wonderful. For however long they worked there, they will. I mean, I don't even want to put the names, but it's several places, not just one place. I've worked at different places, and those people tend to work hard. And also, too, I do this too. Mm-hmm. For the 15-year-olds that come in there and say, hey, I want to work, the 14-year-olds, this is what I tell them. Mm-hmm. Okay? Don't lose that spirit of wanting to go and be productive.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Don't rush it, because once you get to that point to where you're having to work or you having to do these things, you're there unless you come up with some genius idea or you figure out some way. But don't rush it right now. I get it, hey, I'm trying to help I hear this. I'm trying to help my mom out. And there's a lot of women who choose to be single.
Yeah. Yeah,
right. And then they say, well, they got the children out here trying to go work and be the man of the house.
Have them helping you. Yeah.
So I get it that pressure is not You know, and it's okay when you can't go work at the service and what they gonna do? Go out on the streets and do. I can't do nothing about that. I can only say is don't lose that spirit of wanting to go work. Hey, in between now, by the time you go work, look up stuff. I tell them, man, don't look up stuff about working.
Yeah.
What is stuff you gonna have to experience?
Mm-hmm.
So you say you want to come work at fast food. Do some research into fast food. Who pays the best? What has the best experience? Look at the reviews of the restaurant. It's a whole lot you can do.
Benefits, all that good stuff. Invest. Invest.
Go with your parents. You plan on eating there or working there. Go up there with your parents before you turn 16. Y'all just eat a meal and see how you feel about it.
Sure.
Like don't nobody you have to tell nobody I'm thinking about working there. But y'all go up there, scope out the place, look at it, have your parents be involved, and also too, we start talking about child working, the children working. Even for the 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds, I need to see your parents. I want to meet your parents. Yeah. I want to see your report card. What's going on with your A's and B's? So
who's going to be active?
So, all of that makes a difference, y'all, and how they eventually start going in the workforce and going through their life. And like I said, we're not trying to create more issues. Definitely having 10-year-olds work for free
is a no-no.
Is an issue. Having 300 and some minors working
in hazardous places.
I mean, no, I get it. Staffing, you're trying to get people, but not that bad. If you just don't have enough people, you just don't have enough people.
Okay, so don't put yourself in a more jeopardizing situation with putting minors in this injury. Yeah, just avoid that. Yeah. You want to minimize the problems, not make more.
And you brought up a point earlier that I want to go back to is adults tend to be more, sometimes not always, but you get a lot of pushback from adults.
Yeah, a lot of pushback. Yeah.
But however, adults also know what should be and what shouldn't be expected. Mm-hmm. So if I'm an adult and if I'm an adult and I say, well, hey, no, I'm not doing that because I know that I should not be doing that. I'll go do it, but I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And okay, well, I'm just an employee, a team member, then I don't have to go do your schedule for you.
Yeah, that's not my job.
I don't have to.
Yeah,
right?
True.
So an adult that has an experience can step and say, no, I don't have to work drive through and the grill and run back and forth. No, that's just too much. No. A child that's 14, 15 is not going to know as much to when to stand up. And again, they're only 14, 15, so everybody is older than older than them. Everybody is more authority than they are.
Yeah.
Right. So they're gonna naturally, and they come there to work, they're gonna naturally do whatever
you tell them to do.
Whatever you tell them to do, generally, right?
Generally, yeah.
Okay. So that puts them more in jeopardy.
Yeah, they'll overwork themselves. They'll let you,
Well, the people they're gonna take advantage and say,
okay,
I'll keep working them overtime. I'll work them to 2 a.m. That's okay.
Yeah, and not pay them. That's cool.
And not pay them. But I mean, you got 10-year-olds in a working period.
Yeah.
12-year-olds working period. 14, 13. Man, just no, don't do it. It means that maybe you can't have 27 locations. You ain't got enough people for 27. You got enough people for 25.
Yeah, you might have to drop it down.
Yeah, hey y'all, I can't
fully staff all these restaurants, so yeah.
So let me drop it down here. I know I'm gonna take a lot of shit, but it's better than that than to scar up so many people, right?
Yeah.
So I think we pretty much covered everything we wanted to cover today. Just definitely make sure that that you guys again leave a comment. If you listen to some of it, hey, leave a comment, whatever's going on here. Again, this is something that is serious. You know,
Yes.
it's really serious. So, like I said, make sure that you leave a comment. Tell us what you think about it. Hey, maybe we got it wrong. Maybe you have a good reason why a 14-year-old or a 10-year-old should be working
Yeah.
overnight. You might have it.
Yeah, hey, man, I
Man.
can change I can see both sides, but to me,
I can't see it.
it's a no for me. But hey, let's
Yeah.
just child is it super mature or I don't know, super trained.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
So, yeah. Anything else about these child laborers?
Oh no, yeah, just be careful out there. Don't be taken advantage of, because they definitely doing it to you.
That's
Yeah, taking advantage of you.
All right, well, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Like I said, for those that's watching, thank you. Continued support. Like I said, this is what we're gonna be doing every Thursday. So I think that's gonna be our time. So we look at about 7 o'clock every Thursday. So we're gonna be running this around this time every week.
Okay.
So we're like I said, we just trying to get the word out, right? Get the word out about how the fast food industry is and what our experiences are. And so again, like I said, we'll have that book up soon. Oh, small thing that's to some, but it's big to us. So we up to 80 subscribers. So thank y'all. So it means y'all to rock with us.
Thank you for rocking with us.
Thank you for again all the people that support us, that know us, all of our current customers who give us encouragement. They know about the project. So shout out to y'all.
Thank you for all the support. Thank you.
And after that, and nothing else.
Yes,
yeah. So y'all, we always talk about these up here. We leave there. So look, we bring up vinyl. So we're in we DJ.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I ain't gonna play the songs because you know how copyright go.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
But look these songs up. This is cool. So a couple things here. Candyman.
That's the name of the group or the person?
Yeah, Candyman. We'll still end up knocking the boots.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one right there, I want to say back in '93 is when it came out.
Oh,
yeah. Candyman was cool, man. I met first time I ever seen a tour bus inside, right? Like a full was at a Candyman concert, and Ice-T, was down there.
Okay.
And Ice-T, but I was like, dang,
it's nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But that's when that song came out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they sampled it. Ooh, boy, I love you, son. They sampled that one.
Okay.
What you know about Cisco?
This is more my genre. I know him because I knew him when he was with Drew Hill. I was a fan then. I was a fan of Cisco and Drew Hill and my thump. That's him. I like that video. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love that one. But no, he got some other ones. Without you, girl, incomplete. My life is incomplete. I like that one too. See, he's a lover. It ain't all about the thongs. He a lover too.
He love the thongs.
No.
He was
a lover too. I like this man. He is talented. He's underrated. He should have went further. I think he was kind of underrated. David Banner.
Now wait. You said Drew Hill.
I like
Drew
Hill. Man,
had the most effed up video in the world.
One?
That in my bed, somebody.
So him live.
And at the end of the day, it was like a chick in the bed with her.
I don't remember the video. I know the song.
So they were saying somebody sleeping in my bed, messing with my head, all that kind of crap, right? And at the end of the video, it wasn't another dude in there. It was a chick in there.
I'm not gonna go back and watch the video now. I gotta watch the video. I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, we was all like, man, you know shit.
Okay.
She fine. That was, I don't remember who that was. But
I don't know.
Some video chick. And David Banner.
So,
David Banner is active in the community.
I said he's active.
And when not just
Yeah.
active in the community, he's active putting his putting his deeds and his words together,
Mm-hmm.
matching up. You know, as far as I can see, so far I can't. You know, and everybody got exposés right the way. You got one. Well, for as far as I know, being saying pretty solid. Thing about David Banner.
You met this man?
I have not.
Oh.
So he. It's like whenever he would get to one of the bookstores, so I'm doing something else. So
Okay.
But David Banner is also a producer.
Didn't know that.
So he done a lot of songs. I think he did like T.I. 24.
Okay.
Cadillac on 22 is his own song.
Okay.
I think and now if I'm wrong, somebody's gonna turn me up in the comments, but it's from my memory. So yeah, they put it down from Mississippi.
Okay.
So yeah, that right there, like a pimp.
Oh yeah,
the
like
remix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. My cousin Sharetta's a fan. I just love him.
But how in that song that he can't the other song play. Just with a little work that shit. Come girl,
don't know what you're working with. Okay. I know that was him. Okay, David. Yeah. Okay, I know that song. So don't play with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's David Banner. So like I said, we give shouts to hip hop because hip hop is a part of everything. And
you want to mention that? What's coming next for you? Mention it.
Okay, I'll say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
they got them off the albums. We already talking about music. Let's go ahead and go to the next phase.
So this is related because it's me. Right? Yeah. So next month, it's gonna be later this month, it'll be my first class. So I'm starting a DJ school, DJ class, level 1, level 2. Mm-hmm. I've been DJing for a long time. Yeah. I think I've been DJing longer than I've been working in fast food.
You started in college?
Yeah.
College, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I've been at it for a minute. So I'm going to start passing down what I know. And like I said, if you name a big club in this city, I've been around, you know. So when we're ready to pass it on, we're going to learn music theories, all kind of stuff, how to control the crowd, all that stuff. So that's my plug for that. So that's gonna be happening at the Doc Bookshop over there. If you haven't been over there yet, 6637 Meadowbrook Drive at Fort Worth, Texas. So that's all the details will be out there. Go on the website, check it out. But yeah, it's gonna be live. We're gonna have real students coming in, really learning the ins and outs of how to hook up equipment. You're gonna learn how to blend. You're gonna learn how to read the crowd. We're gonna deal with some wax. We're gonna have the days. We'll bring some actual old school 12s in there and kind of see what that is. And while she's talking, that's one of the students right here.
Yeah, so, I'm ready to get it.
Yeah, so she did her first event a couple weeks ago by herself. So kudos to you. So
thank you.
So yeah, that's about it, y'all. That's all we got for today.
That's it. That's it. That wraps it up.
All right. We ain't have no cool send off yet, but when we come up with one, it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be cool. Gonna be what they call Liddy? It's gonna be lit.
No, I don't
he gotta come up with the time. I'm trying to tell him. Yeah. People don't say crunk no more. It's lit, live, fire.
It's going down. It's
I'm trying to tell him that ain't lit. It's lit tea. That's what it is.
Who you think lit the fire?
I don't know. Who lit the fire?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Peace.